The search for a man who was swept away by floods in the Hennops River in Centurion, this is south of Pretoria, is set to continue this morning. Now, the search by rescue officers was suspended yesterday. This was due to persistent rain. It's believed that the unidentified man jumped into the river in an attempt to run away from security guards. Here's SABC News reporter Dludla with an update this hour. So, Calvin, what's the latest on the search operation there?
It is believed, rather, that a man was swept by this river behind me yesterday. He was chased by security officials. Logic tells me that they wanted to apprehend him, so he decided to jump in here. Yesterday we were here, as you have mentioned, and we were told that the operation was halted because of the rain or adverse weather conditions, and then we were told that the operations will continue later yesterday or tomorrow morning. When I communicated with Lindsay Mnguni from Tshwane Emergency Services yesterday, he told SABC News that the operations will resume today, early today. And when we spoke, when I was driving to here, he told us that actually police came here at around 6 a.m. and they saw that it will be highly impossible for them to work. As I'm moving out of shore to Stelo, our video journalist is showing you the level of water here, and you could see that it will be impossible for them to work. Yesterday when we were here, the search and rescue operations from SABC were here. I'm talking about the K9 unit with sniffer dogs trying to find this man. Emergency services were also here. As I have mentioned earlier, the operation was called off because of the rain, and it was expected to resume today. Now we are told again that the police could not do that. You would know that the Hennops River is one of the larger rivers that drains Gauteng. It has its source near Kempton Park, east of Johannesburg, and Miss Crocodile River shortly before Hartbeespoort Dam. It is one of the Gauteng most polluted rivers. We were told that the man was chased by security officials. As I have mentioned earlier, we don't know why this man was chased by officials, and why did he just decide to throw himself inside here. There are those who would say that maybe this man did manage to jump to the other side of the river, but as you can see, Stelo Hlanula showing you the visuals, you can judge yourself. Even the viewer at home can judge and tell if it's possible for this man just to jump here and across this river. As I have mentioned, that the operations in policy has been called off, and we don't know now as to when it will continue. We are trying by all means to get or trace the security company where this security officials are working or contracted to, so that we can be able to ask them as to why they chased this gentleman, because it seems as if it's something big in Police, because you can't just decide to come and throw yourself inside this river for minor issues. And we communicated with SABC today, because Lindsay Mnguni from Tshwane Emergency Services told SABC News that policy now everything is with SABC. Now we have to communicate with the South African Police Service, and I spoke to Brigadier Atlenda Mate, who is in KZN. She told SABC News that the Gauteng SABC is responsible for this issue. I spoke to Colonel Mavela Masondo from Gauteng SABC. He did mention that he will try by all means to communicate with the senior officials from the K9 unit so that they can gather information. But I can say again, policy, that the operation has been halted again, and we will wait from the SABC so that we can be able to know now when will it resume.
Like you're saying there, it seems like a game of hurry up and wait. And, you know, from my vantage point, the river actually seems calmer than yesterday. We could literally hear the raging rapids from this end of the studio yesterday when we did that update a bit earlier on. So do we know what time this pursuit or chase was happening with the security company?
We don't know the exact time, but according to Tshwane Emergency Services, they told SABC News that they got a call from 7 a.m., which means it was in the morning, and they suspect even themselves that maybe it's something that happened earlier than that, because themselves they got a call from 7. Logic tells me that maybe it happens around 6. Most security companies works from 6 to 6, so it's possible that it was a new shift from 6, and maybe that incident took place at that time.